Let's see. Live. Good. Oh, there's YouTube up. There's Twitch. Majma! Hi everyone. How's everyone doing today? I am doing pretty good myself. Work was a bit of a pain, but when isn't it? So, now I'm working on other stuff today. Where we are going to be trying to make a Killdeer bird's head in Blender. And that's the little bird that I have in the bottom left corner over there. That's what we're going to be trying to model today. That we're going to be making it a bit more cartoonish, I think is the word that I want to go with there. It'll be interesting to see just how we do with this, because this will eventually turn into a VTuber model. So we do have to make sure that we have the capabilities of doing at least some expressions. I don't think they wanted many on this one, just blinking and opening mouth, but I'll probably try and do a couple more. Hi Eternal, how you? Oh, do you still have the headache? I believe I saw you mention something about migraines in the Discord. I hope it gets better soon. Let's see. So first we need to add object to the base of our head. Probably we want 32 segments. That'd be a bit much. Let's start less. We'll start low. We can always add more later as we need it. We'll do like freaking 8 by 8. Just go super dead simple. Oh, does Tylenol usually help? I hope it helps today. Alright, so then rotate that 90 degrees around the x-axis to get it sideways. I figure this way, we can like cut a slit on these faces here. So if we separate these, we mesh split selection, and then we select these ones here. What do we want? Merge by distance. There we go. So that merged some, and now we can select like just this one here, and we have a little gap. That's going to be where the beat goes. So that should help us quite a bit. And then we probably want that to be kind of lower on the face, it looks like, because the Killdeer kind of has a big forehead, it looks like. Probably about there. And then I thought about doing the eyes as like just removing these bits and then repositioning them. So let's give that a try. Delete those vertices. And obviously, that is too far to the side for the Killdeer bird's eyes. We should be able to select those. I'm starting low poly just to give us a bit more space, and then we'll add more polys as we need it. That should keep us from having way too many polys that we don't need. Right, we want the proportional editing on that one. Connected only because I'm used to it, but it doesn't really matter on this one. If we go probably like about there, and then we need to pull in these sides here. Yes! I'm trying to avoid having to read topology later, because I don't like doing retopology, it's annoying. Scale, no, not X, we want to scale Y on this one. That should let us pull this in easier. Probably about there. Pretty decent start. Let's do opening back up. Turn off the proportional edit mode so that we can get this back down. Not too bad. Might also help us if we do face shade smooth on everything. Yeah, that's looking a little better. Bird, corner bird. Hey Lemonade, how are you? I think we will immediately add some more faces on this side, because I know we're gonna need them. And then if we select each of those, do vertex smooth. Oh no, that's gonna pull it in, right? We'll just grab that one, lift up, kind of help smooth that out. That one can go a bit out and a bit up. Is Tylenol poisonous to lemonade. That is very rude. That's not too bad. Though we do want some extra faces around the eyes to help us with the blinking and stuff later. We'll do some extra edge loops here. Oop, not there. Right there. That should get us quite a few. And then we also want to do a loop around this mouth, which is going to be a little bit more difficult given the setup that we have here. But I think if we do knife, do like a center point there, that one, and then same on the lower side. That should get us. Why is that different? That's so weird. Okay, hang on. We'll do as straight as we can. Go there. Eh? Oh, is it because it's... Okay. It's because it was doing middle of the pack on those. That's fine though. We'll just manually do it like that. There we go. Now we've got one kind of loop around the mouth that'll help with any shaping that we need later. Since we have a beak instead of a proper mouth, I'm not overly worried on doing the actual... What's the word? Having too smooth of topology around there. Ah, yes, the cheese command. The ever-popular cheese command. Alright, and then... I think these ones need a little bit of tweaking. Probably move them up, and move them forward. Because you really don't need super heavy topology on stuff, is what I've found. Do we want to do beak or eyes next? I think let's do eyes. Eyes seem like they would be a little bit more... Yeah, it is basically a stripy chicken, isn't it? Let's grab that, do... Oh, also, let's select this entire thing. Mesh. Snap to symmetry. There we go. Now everything should be symmetrical, and that'll give us a whole lot of an easier time later when we're trying to do blend shapes and stuff, because dealing with non-symmetrical stuff is just a massive pain. Why is this still not symmetrical? I literally just did snap to symmetry. Oh, I did the wrong axis, didn't I? Wait, what? Wait, this is supposed to be on the x-axis. That's not on the x-axis. Eh? Eh? Mesh. Snap to symmetry. X to positive x. Oh, hang on. Is it because we don't have the thing? Hang on. Let me undo the snap to symmetry that we did earlier. Also, is this just not... Okay, it's still not symmetrical. I didn't expect it to be. Well, it shouldn't be on the z-axis, though. It should be on the y-axis. That's what I'm messing up. Mesh. Snap to symmetry. Wait, hang on. No, I've realized my mistake. I've just got this entire thing rotated. Because normally I'm used to working in this orientation where negative y is front. So if we just take this, do rotate, z-axis, negative 90 degrees. Why are you skewed? Should not be. Let's just reposition that to where it's like that. Now we should be able to get this to snap to symmetry as I'm used to. There we go. Then if we grab this one, hey, that's what we expect. Yep, that seems to be functioning properly. And if we grab, like, everything on one side, yep, everything moves on the other. That is good. We've got that functional now. Let's turn back on that. Bit of a, oh, no, not full. I want to do a bit of a smaller range on that, so I can pull this a bit, maybe not a bit out. Let's try selecting multiple and then do vertex smooth. We're trying to get this to feel like it fits better. Alright, now it looks like this side is just out too much. We can also just pull this into the sculpting mode and do it there, but I know doing it that way is going to result in it being unsymmetrical by the end of it, because it doesn't quite handle symmetry the same way. So I prefer saving that for messing with blend shapes and stuff. That or things that just aren't going to be symmetrical anyways, like clothes. If your clothes are symmetrical, then you're, like, a perfectionist. Because everyone has, like, the t-shirt that is, like, just slightly longer on one side or something, because they've just pulled it down further. You know, let's do a sanity check. So if we do this, and then we scale on z-axis. Okay, yeah. So that looks like it probably has just enough give. We, like, set that there. And no, it needs a little bit more geometry there, I think. You have two different ear types? That's an interesting lack of symmetry there. The other thing is, on this bird that we're trying to do, how do we want to properly do the eyes? Because you don't really have eyelashes like you do on most humans and such. Heck, even like dogs have eyelashes and stuff. And I assume birds do too, but you don't really expect anime-style eyelashes on a bird. I think let's start with doing... What is the best way to do that? Because I like doing eyes where they're actual spheres in the head. Just because then it makes pairing the bone and aiming stuff a lot easier. So I guess we'll start with, we'll leave that be. That's probably decent shape and stuff. Then we'll just add, actually, let's rename this one to head. So that one's head. And then we're gonna add a new sphere. And we're gonna call this one eyes. I mean, you're not wrong. It's it's one of those weird things of just, it works. It shouldn't, but it works. And I can tell you now, I am pretty sure Killdeer's eyes will be as well. Just because big eyes are cute. Let's do, rotate Y and degrees. Yep. I mean, both are options. I don't know what you want. Probably looking at about that size of eye. That are on the z-axis, so a little bit more forwards look to it. We do definitely want these to be more forward on the head, even though Killdeers are very clearly on the side of the head. If we're going more anime style, we want them to be able to actually look forwards. Or cartoon style, I guess was what I said before. So if we do drag these in, so that we make kind of the front narrower, start spreading out probably around there, and then yeah, I still don't know how you land nowhere. Several people have accomplished that. I still don't know how. The number of vertices that you have to move is the other reason of why I tend to do low poly stuff to start with, so that you actually get the shape right. I am probably gonna need to add more geometry on the back to get that smoothed out once I get these eyes facing a bit more forwards. I'm basically gonna grab all of this and then rotate so it faces more forwards, drag it out. That's a lot closer, actually. Not much extra stuff needed. Are we happy with that distance, or do we want to pull the eyes closer together? Because that's already starting to look cuter. Just having it so that it can actually look forwards. Get around the axis again. Yeah, thrown all the way to space or something. I think probably a bit more forward than that, otherwise it's gonna look a little weird and bug-eyed. I need these to pull in further than they do now. Oh dear, do we have the space core here? Fork knife? I do not play the fork knife. It's a silly game. A severe lack of brain. I mean, that doesn't sound too far off. A little bit more. Around forward. There we go. That looks better. And then we just grab these two rings and do smooth vertices. Should be able. No, that's just being weird. Drag that out, get some of that geometry back. I'm confused by what it's done now. Hang on, I think I'm gonna undo that smooth entirely. Yeah, okay, so those stay, these just need to move. That's the better method, is just manually do it. Killdozer. You know, we've got Killdeer. It's a type of bird. Ooh, the sun. You may have had a terrible day. That's a shame. You're having such a good day. Was it yesterday? Okay, I think... I think I might need to make the eyes just a little bit smaller. They might be a little bit too exaggerated even for me. Over. It is starting to look birdish, though. You're getting somewhere with that. Be about there? And I definitely need to do those two as well. Go from there to there, pull that out. Hey, you got it! I'm happy to see that that one did go through properly. I hope I also used it correctly in a sentence. You gave me a very hard word to do with that one, with the demonstrated. That's smooth enough. This one feels a little bit odd for some. You grab those three and just slightly lower them. About there. Maybe those were a bit too. That should work. Then we just need to reposition the eye where it's properly in the socket. A bit small. Do mesh subdivide. No, is it edge subdivide? Yeah, subdivide there. And then vertex smooth vertices. Get that a bit more round. That should help. Then that way, rotate around the Z-axis to get that looking where it's looking more at us, I think. Okay, that should help. And then if we do grab these, and then extrude along the Y-axis so that pulls back. That should help it feel like it has more of a socket. An edge, mark sharp, keep that from shading weirdly. And then it's still shading weirdly, so we're gonna do mesh, normals, reset vectors should fix that. It has also introduced more problems because it has decided that some of these are going to be sharp when they shouldn't be. So let's go through and select all of the edges that should not be sharp. That is just decided there should be. I am going to skip this song. Not feeling that one. Yep, got these. All the ones back there. I don't know if that's a good capital punishment or not. But I don't really know if I have any good recommendations for capital punishments. And I try not to give I try not to shoot down suggestions when I don't have my own to give. Only double-paned windows are calzones. Thank you very much. That is still one of the sillier conversations we've had in Discord, is just everything is a calzone if you try hard enough. I'm still trying to remember how we fully got on that conversation again, because it was basically just started from cursed food takes, if I recall, and devolved from there as much as it possibly could have. There we go, that feels a bit better. Yeah, just everything is a calzone. It fits. Sounds about right. Bottom of the head too low, or is it just not enough geometry there? I think I'm gonna go with not enough geometry. We'll add more geometry there and there to help smooth that out. It's a verb! Yes, lobsters are calzones. If humans are calzones, lobsters are calzones. Like I might have just skipped a few steps for some people who don't know the context for this. Also, yes, hi, maniacs. I still stand by humans feel better as calzones. Because humans are a tube that, like, they have an inside and outside, but then they also have an outside-inside, where things in your stomach aren't really in you, it's still part of outside, because it doesn't, like, get into your bloodstream and stuff. Yes, humans are straws.
Monsters who devour dreams, monsters who suck blood, and
But then that doesn't mean humans are cannolis, doesn't it? I've just argued the other point. Whoops.
they are much more cunning than other monsters.
I don't know if you can count this as science. This is silliness, is what I count it as. Though I will say that random science and math is not something that's alien in my Discord and stuff. Given that we had a whole conversation based off of mathematic probabilities in the guise of if you were challenged by a god of chance, and the god of chance had 3 dice that always rolled the same, so you had like 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, or whatever, what game would you put with those 6 dice, your 3 normal dice, and his 3 rigged dice, to make it so that you had a better chance of winning? Because if there was no chance of the game at all, he would refuse. And that was just a very interesting conversation. I don't think we ever fully settled on what the best would be. You have cannoli, girlfriend? I mean, everyone is cannoli. Drag those back a bit. I feel like I'm missing a bit of geometry. Probably this line right here needs to exist. That should help smooth out these. Bring that forward to help smooth that out a bit. Probably bring these ones down. Yes, Iron Man is a cannoli in a calzone. You are correct on that one. There we go. I think that works. I feel like this needs to scoot down to better handle that. This simultaneously feels like a happy accident, but also something that's weird, where it's just got this extra line where the mesh kind of realizes, hey, I should be following this. But that feels like it just exists on the bird. That feels like a normal thing. It shouldn't be entirely smooth. So I guess that works? I guess that functions? I think we will extend eye tubes back. Back as far as they'll go anyways. Probably in a bit too. That should help eye sockets feel a little bit better. Reduce any clipping around the eyes. That should be good. A cookie is a pizza. I disagree. It depends on the type of cookie. Yeah, because I agree with Eternal. Cookies don't have a sauce. There are some cookies where if you do like because there are cookies that have like drizzles and stuff on them. I'm trying to think what would be a good example of a cookie that's a pizza. I don't know. select these. Scale Z again. Okay, so this has not gone out far enough. Rude. That's probably popping out a little bit more than it should. Maybe I just leave that though? Maybe we just blend shape around it. That's probably gonna work. I mean, Foxy does violence a lot. That just sounds like a lemonade. This one. Please curve back a bit. Alright, now to fiddle with this eye more, let's do mesh, shade smooth. No, is it facial shade smooth? Facial shade smooth. There we go. Oh. TV Bobble Cat? Okay, well... We talked about this in the Discord yesterday, that we were only gonna allow, one thing at a time, so I'm just gonna do Bobble Cat. Let me trigger Bobble Cat. Now the question is, how bubbly of a Bubble Cat do you want? I could do this Bubble Cat. Is this enough of a Bubble Cat? Max Bobble? I might need to zoom myself out a little bit. I'm kind of covering the entire screen for mobile right now. We'll reposition myself a little bit. There we go, yeah. Bobble Cat. I actually look like I have a bobbly head. And I'm still working on getting the V3 models to have, like, the actual face tracking that they had back then. Because I've forgotten how to do it a little bit. Modok? I feel like I should know that name, but it's not a thing that I remember. Oh, and a Keidakat bobblehead would be really funny. So I feel like that would be something that I have to make, like, a 3D print file or something and just let people make it on their own. I don't know how I'd get about doing production on that. The Marvel character. I mean, I remembered he was some kind of superhero thing, but it doesn't remember. It does not ring bell. And I am not a child, I am Emum. I really don't look like it right now, though. Alright, what was I doing on this again? Right, working on eyes. I was working on the eyes. Let's do select that. Set origin to geometry. Do not punt the children! And then we need add object. Need an armature. How do we want to do the armature on this? We need basically a humanoid rig on this. Hey God, what do you mean I'm auntie? That is the first time I've been called auntie. That one's weird. Why is that one weird? Oh, maybe I import one of my other models and pull in thing? You know what? Let's just try adding MMD model. Name MMD model. We'll call this one Killdeer. Name English Killdeer. Scale. What? Wait. Oh, what? Okay, we're just gonna leave it as is. We're gonna see what happens. Eh? What is... Eh? Only has arm bone. No, it don't. Not doing that. We'll delete that. Delete all those. Let me delete them. There we go. Wait. Tell what to Tanny? Oh, that I don't seem like mom? Yeah, Tanny calls me mom regularly. I don't know if anyone's called me dad. That one's a weird one. I know I personally don't care which pronouns people use for me, so it would be very interesting to see someone go with dad, but I don't think I have the dad energy. I think even if I was a guy, I would still be called mom. Because it's just mom energy. Father car. No. There is no humanoid one, which is bugging me. Oh, you've jokingly called me that before? I don't remember. I don't even know if I clocked it, because I have no memory of when you did it. We're just gonna do a import. Eh? Where's the VRM? Is there no option for VRM anymore? You know, I'll import an FBX, because I have those. So I can go and do... We'll do this one, or that one. Okay, so our scale was crazy on this one. No, my pronouns are tide/pod. I mean, yes, my gender is yes, I am a shapeshifter. I can be whatever the heck I want. Hi Dinger Dong, how are you? Alright, so we are going to remove the... Actually, no. We'll leave that there for reference. We don't really need that right now, but we'll leave that there. That's standard humanoid. If we do... Hang on, let's hide these. You need to do a bit of tweaks, because obviously we are not going to have chest bones on a bird. That's just not needed. Birds do not have tits unless they themselves are a tit. We don't need any of those bones, and we don't need the... Oh. We'll delete all those. Those ones are guaranteed. That's upper leg. That one's the thigh. We need to get rid of the thigh ones. There we go. That should... What is this one? Oh, that's the chest root one, so I can get rid of that one too. I'll leave tongue and all those ones first. What are you questioning? And I am not Mangled, Foxy. Because Mangled is someone else. I am me. That is the best I could explain that. I think they're talking about Pork the person in chat, not Pork the meat. Not sure though.
Okay, be a bad boy and watch me find it out for myself.
So let's figure out how we would reposition. You are Pork the meat? Alright, if you say so. Go pose mode here. We should be able to reposition stuff where it actually makes sense. If we like split these up, we can do shorter legs. What would bird position for the bird proportions be? We're not going for human proportions on this, so that's different. they have like long legs. If we do like up and then scale Z, that kind of gets us the long Killdeer legs. And then for the chest stuff, their head is positioned significantly forward. So if we do hips stay where they are, spine can come down and forward. Maybe we rotate. No, because rotating hips rotates everything. So if we rotate spine and kind of bring that forward, probably about there. This is a weird thing to try and do, but I think it'll work out. If we do that, rotate those back forward. Maybe a bit more than that. Because my head is big because Pork redeemed shapeshift to get me to be a bobblehead. And now that the shapeshift timer is done, I can actually close that. So let me do that again. And then that one. Ah, dang it. Okay. Wait, that's still in pose mode there, so that's fine. What do you mean, what? I am shapeshifter. I have shapeshifter Dean. Probably want this to be rotated a bit more. Maybe do it. Rotate around x-axis a bit more. And then grab these ones, back around the x-axis, back that way. I probably want to actually shift shoulders to be back a bit. Like there. That is a weird frickin' T-pose, but I think that's probably about where we want that. So if we apply that as rest pose now, that is now our character's weird frickin' T-pose, but if it works, it works. So hide that head, and then we want to reposition and rescale this head to better fit on that body. Everything, scale, nope. That knee. Adding box center. There we go. Yeah. Is that not chibi enough? I think that's probably a bit smaller than I actually. I think I've somehow gotten the bones to not be symmetrical, which isn't great. Leave that there. Start pose mode again. It was this one. I'm going to need that realignment. I hope that's enough, but I'm a bit worried that Z is incorrect. Hide this so that we can see where the bones land. Z is in fact a little bit off. Right there to do it. Apply it as rest pose, bring those back. It sounded like they wanted normal bird. Like all the references they sent me were just literal bird. and they've not asked for anything else. So I'm gonna go actual bird until otherwise stated. We're starting with just head. Why were you in motion-based to do it? So the reason that I do repositions like that in pose mode is so that any mesh that's attached to it, like this head here, moves with it too. So if you just want to move the bones, you can do that in edit mode. If you want to move the bones and the mesh, you have to do it in pose mode and then apply as a rest pose. Probably about there. I think I might want to go even bigger head than that. So we have a bit more of a reference. I think about there is probably where we want that. And then now for one of the trickier bits, but that's so that we can view it in front. We need to get the eye to actually be where the eye is. And I don't think we need these jiggle bones on the eyes. Those are something that I use for my dizziness on my VRChat avatar so that the eyes can have some, like, physics to them and, like, kind of slow down how I'm looking around when I'm feeling dizzy. There we go, hydrated. Oh, and I missed that shapeshift compress, didn't I? Alright. Which direction did you want me to compress, Eternal? And do you want full compression? Like, which one do you want? There was, I think this one was one that I did yesterday. That one. You want Y direction. Okay, let me... That don't look right. I don't think this is what you asked for, is it? Hang on, let me try the other way. Let me try the armature setup. I don't think this is correct either. Which direction was it that worked? You want this one? I don't want this one! Alright, hang on. Let me see if I can come up with a different one. So let's redo that, and then do... I would much rather do this one. But, let's try one more, because I think this one might be more to your liking, knowing what you've enjoyed in the past. What the frick has happened? This isn't what I expected. I don't even know what's happened here. Oh, hang on. I accidentally set the Y scale to 4. No wonder it was weird. Alright, this one. This one's what I thought you wanted, Eternal. Is this not it? Yeah, I have some weirdness that happens with some of these. More compressed than this? Okay, let me try frickin' how's this? This compressed enough for you? Just I am flat. I don't think I can get much more compressed than this. Even my shading is acting weird. Like, look at this reflection on my hair and stuff. Okay, Eternal's happy with that one. We'll roll with this one. It feels frickin' weird. Alright, back to trying to reposition the eyes in a way that makes sense. Object, set origin, origin to geometry. There we go. And then I can do armature, base, sure. Can I not move to origin? Next will be -1 skeleton. Yeah, see, that's what I expected you to pull out today. I wasn't expecting this one. So, no, I kind of was. I'll be honest. It's you. Yes, Pork, you've come back to an even more cursed shapeshift. I cannot help you here. Frickin' I've given all of these options for different outfits. No, people want to see the most cursed thing I can be. And this isn't even Cthulhu mode. This is just chaos. Yes, I am indeed flat. Right, Try repositioning this. Googly Aikido. Yeah, basically. I wonder if I separate out this bone. Armature, separate bone, separate, and then select this. Can I do object set origin geometry to origin? Oh no, because origin's back down there for some reason. Eh? Object set origin. Origin? No. Come on. I know there's a way to move the thing. I've done side profile like twice, maybe 3 times now. Do you really need me to do it again? There, side profile. Its most cursed thing. Put those bones back attached in there. And figure out. Yes, I am very flat right now. I was sure there was a way to put part of a bone at an origin. Oh, right, that's why. Because I need to do this, and then I need to do object. How do I move cursor again? That's what I'm forgetting. I always forget how to move cursor. Of course, put that in the Discord. Yeah. This is a different one that you can see the back of my eyes on. That is not out of the ordinary. Blender, move cursor. Shift right click to do it. Shift S, snap menu. What we're looking for. And so Shift S. And then cursor to selected? There we go. Okay. Now that we have that selected, now I can do not Shift S. Move somewhere in here, right? Or where's that? Oh, the Eternal tried to put a link. Yeah, there's a lot of silly things in the Discord. And no, it doesn't let you send links in the Twitch chat at all, because I just protective about that. But you can put the clips in the Discord. There is actually a channel for clips of my stuff, so I recommend putting it there. Or transform, wasn't it? How the frick did I do this before? I've done this before. Oh, snap selection to cursor. There we go. So now that should be the keyword. Be at the center of that cylinder, or not cylinder, sphere. I don't know if I have YouTube properly banning links either. That is a good question. Get out of edit mode. I also need to smooth this a bit more. Good vertices. Pull that back out. Eh? How did that not move properly? We'll undo that. Do this the other way. Grab both of those. That one out. That one out. That one along. That should help us with this curve a bit more. No worky? Good. Links should not be allowed in chats. They're allowed in the Discord, though. Discord is place for those. I can better moderate over there. This one. You have half a bowl of popcorn? I had a bowl of popcorn earlier. Tell you the Discord? Let me do exclamation mark Discord. It should drop the Discord link in chat. Good. I misspelled Discord, no wonder. There you go. There's some silliness going on here. Pull in a little bit. That side a little bit. That feels a little bit better. Also, it has been long enough. I can get out of the shapeshift now. There we go. That's much better. I actually feel normal again. Which is a weird statement for me. I am a freaking blue and orange cat girl. I'm not normal. But it's normal for me. That's good enough. What is this? Oh, right, it's because things got pulled, so need a bit of extra. Accidentally sent early? Those. Might actually need to go into sculpt mode for this. Just there's so many little tweaks. Yeah, I think we will go into sculpt mode. Go sculpt. Not what I wanted to do. I'll do that. I'm trying to just smooth this out. Go larger radius. Oop, too much smoothing. Smaller radius again. Oh, I feel like this is getting worse. Ah, fair. Yes. Silly misspellings. Back to manually editing this. There we go. That looking better. Don't think we've got too much craziness going on there. Anything this but there we go. And then if we do move both of these onto face, and then give both of them the armature modifier, that should let us start posing them with the actual armature. We're gonna do lift that one, this, shift mode, weight paint, and then we want to grab the head. Head should affect the entire head. Highlight all that. I've missed some of the eye sockets. Had the other eye, make sure that we got that one too. Alright, that looks like that's covered. And then select that one and the eye this time. Do the same thing. This time we are going to select the eye bone here. Hide that one. Cover this. Bigger radius. Not. Alright. So now that we've got both of those linked up, we go into pose mode and then we rotate this any which way. It has only minor clipping issues because of how the mesh is. That should work. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna name the secret section that. Secret section has a good enough name already. Hugs out a bit. Guess that works. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Eternal. Do you at least have, like, water next to you and stuff? That's good. That's good. Eye tweaks now. Faces on that one. X through the vertices. There we go. That gets that more circular. And then do at least something. Put it on. Pull that in. And then that for a second. Don't want to scale that down. This should be like a pupil of it now. Extrude. Y-axis again. Scale. Go to like there. Down and then merge that at the center. There we go. We'll add one more loop around there. And then if we select that loop, edge, mark sharp, and then mesh, normals, reset vector. There we go. That looks closer. Got a bit of weirdness going on there. Got that edge here sharp. There we go. That should do it. Now I just need to make the little eye covering that I usually do as well. Is basically just select these edges through to scale down. Pull it to about there. Pull that out a bit to get the curve back. Extrude one more time, scale down, merge at center, pull that one out a little bit too. Edge, clear sharp there, and edge, mark UV on that one. Seam. I think I will do one more loop on this one, help smooth it out a little bit. Vertex the vertices, that should help. So now we have proper eye cover again. And then I think the thing that we're gonna do, grab this backside, those. That too much? Do a little bit less. Delete those faces. Now if we go pose mode and do the look around. Okay, yeah. That is still just enough to cover the eye kind of thing, but not enough to really be too many extra faces. I think since this is already going to be so low poly, I'm not going to bother cutting down on the faces more on this one. So I'm just going to do add modifier, mirror, and I'm going to have that mirror over the head, and that should fill up the other one. Apply, and now if I grab that, and then do weight paint mode, and we select this eye, should be able... Oh hey! The eyes don't actually touch on this one! That is a little bit of a surprise. I was seriously expecting them to just touch again. You don't think the Tylenol is working? Do you have anything else that helps? Not that you know of. Do you need to go lay down in dark room or something? There we go. There's decent start. And then still need to model the beak and then do the blend shape. That's the only light you have on is my stream. I hope my stream's not making it worse. Alright, I still need to model the tongue as well, don't I? Move. Let's not move these in pose mode. Actually, no. Let's move those in pose mode. I'm gonna see the funny thing it do. Put those there. Probably a bit more. No, that's probably fine. Apply as rest pose. Now, if we hide these for a second and then pull up this, yeah. That's. Wait, why is there. I didn't know that the jaw reached back that far, but apparently it does. So yeah, this is the silliness that happens. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this now. It's not really a good reference at this point. Alright, so then now let's figure out about that beak. Because the beak is very thin, very kind of slender looking. I mean, yeah, that's basically what the compression and stuff is doing, is moving the bones or stretching the bones specifically. And that's why it results in very, very interesting results, we'll say. Let's just add it as cube. Call this one beak. Back. I forgot how to spell beak, so we're just going with back. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Lemonade. Back. Is that how you spell beak? It doesn't look right to me. Okay, I might have it right, and it might just look wrong. I wouldn't be super surprised if I do. Wouldn't be the first time that I've had weirdness. Do scale a little bit bigger. And then grab this side. Stretch that out. Probably also want to scale that down a smidge. If I do a loop here, then take these faces, mesh, split by selection, and then oh, wrong button. Crank that down a little bit more. Now we have two independent pieces. That should help. This is definitely gonna need significantly more work to make it look good, though. Let's start with getting rid of these back faces that don't do anything. Faces. Dragging out for that. Mesh. Symmetry. All of them failed. Object, set origin. Origin to geometry. And now try that vertex snap to symmetry. No, mesh snap to symmetry, right? There we go. Now they're symmetrical. Now if we grab just this side and drag that out to where it is no longer in the body. The other side does not move. Why does the other side not move? Ah! How are... Oh, because I don't have... I didn't have move symmetrically on. That would do it. Bring this down. And then drag, starting with these two, I guess. Drag that in. We look in there. Actually do a weird thing here. Grab that and then do bevel. There we go. That should help the shape a bit. Let's do that on the lower one too. That should get us more of an accurate shape. And then we need it to do a bit more of a point. We're gonna do loop cut that goes to about there and about at the same point there. And if we just grab these, do each. Vertex with vertices. Sort of quite work. Get rid of those loop cuts again first. Do just these ones. Let's do join there, and then do an additional cut from that point there, I guess? Feels wrong about that. Let's try that. Then there to there. Now if I grab those points, pull forwards, that feels a bit more like the shape we're after. A little bit weird though to do it this way. That out. Then that needs to extend that way. There. That feels a bit more accurate. Grab those two vertices a little bit. Yeah, that's not too bad. Getting somewhere. We've got a bit too much of a gap between the two beaks currently. Maybe if we grab these vertices and pull up, help a smidge. Yay, hug! I like hugs. Off connected only. Yep, there we go. Now we can pull the entire thing. I think this one's a bit too down. And then ooh. Drag those two. There we go. And then if we do mesh face shade smooth, there we go. Hey! That looks like a beak. And then we do armature, select beak, object mode, weight paint. This top one, hide for now. We want to grab... Oh, I forgot to add the armature modifier to this. Modifier. Put that in there. Now we go weight paint mode. Now we can actually select bones. And we want the jaw to align with this one here. And then we want to unhide that one, hide the other one. And we want that top one to tie to the head. Why do you feel like you're gonna cry? Is it the migraines? Yeah, that sucks. Okay, so we've now got a working jaw here. Definitely need to do more work on the inner mouth, getting this to feel right. But we're getting somewhere. Stop pose mode. Is there anything going on with how that connects that we've messed up? I think the beak probably needs to come a bit more forward with the rest of the body. Hi, Tanny! Not the body, the like head bit. It's select those. Have that on. Pull that like that. Then get rid of those 2 points there. Get a better opening for that. How do we want to tweak this? That's already bound to be a little bit better. The opening feels a bit more like an opening should. Just need to actually link things and make them feel like they're cohesive. I think let's attach beak to the head for now. Why am I in edit mode? Object mode. Beak, head, object. Join. There we go. So now this is all one object, and we'll hide this lower beak for now because we just want to worry about this upper one. Change this to connected only. There-ish. If I link up those, that should work. It's gonna take a little bit of tweaking to do, but that should be fine. A bit worried about this side though. Do I need to move the beak forward? Beak probably needs to move at least that far forward. Oh, and I also should probably add that there. Which should not only help us curve that a bit better, but also join the meshes more elegantly. Yep, they have been abusing the stretch quite a bit today. I'd count that as abusing. I believe they posted the 2D cat to the Discord as well. It's called Compressed Cat and Clips. Fair enough. That is an accurate name for it. Okay, now how do I fix this beak? Beak that has a bit of weirdness going on. Hide that one for a second and see what we're working with here. Really, this needs from here to there, there. We'll do hide this one. I should be able to do the same motion here, there, there. And that should
Something I'm scared of.
select these two, merge at center.
There are many types of monsters in this world. Monsters who will not show themselves and who cause trouble. Monsters who
Could be
abduct
good.
children. Monsters who devour dreams.
Means
Monsters
that
who suck blood.
these,
And
hang on, let's hide this
monsters who
bit.
always tell
Entire thing.
lies.
Hide, so we can look in here.
Lying monsters are
That
real
one doesn't need to
monsters.
exist,
They are much
and
more
that one
cunning
doesn't
than
need to
other
exist.
monsters.
And I've got a bit of weirdness with that face there. Those faces also don't need to exist. There we go. That should be the model connected properly. Now we just need to do the same with the lower beak. And do any tweaks that are needed to make this feel normal. We also need to snap this back to symmetry. Mesh. Symmetry. Something felt weird with that. Object, set origin. Origin to geometry. There we go. Mesh, snap to symmetry. Okay, good enough. Yeah, those seem to be linking properly. That is going to be an interesting one. I don't know if I'm going to include those in the shapeshift and whatnot section, or if that's just going to be you tell me what it is. Well, how did he figure it out? Did you tell him? Shapeshift secret section. I mean, I suppose I could make a shapeshift secret section if we really need one. I'm just not sure that's necessary. You guessed, fair enough. Should fix that. There we go. Now that links properly. I just need to do the lower one and then the inside of the mouth, which will be an interesting one. The other question is, do we want this to link to the same... Hydrate. There we go, hydrated. Yeah, do not try and guess Annie's name unless they specifically ask you to, and even then, in stream chat is not the place for that. Those to center. Grab the two on this side now. This needs to go up to the one over here. Not better. Oh, and now I've got an interesting thing. Because I don't have the correct number of geometry here somehow. I'm not entirely sure how I managed that. I think I might just go and do merge these ones at center. Because then I only have the center one to deal with, and that's what we need. Here we go. Do something like that. But that might be a little bit too low topology for this one. Yes, good, censor that. And the Killdeer has this like extend out. And I have like that. That kind of shenaniganery going on. Shenaniganery? I don't know. Silly word happening. And then put more there, and then a bit there and out a bit here. Need to bring these two up as well. Something like that. And then if we do armature, select that one, go to weight paint. And then we need the jawbone, go out further and smoother. So we're gonna specifically grab up here. If I do like that, I can hide all of those. Dang it. I want to hide faces. Hide those ones. Because those should not be affected by the jaw. Only these ones. So we'll turn down the strength, turn down the weight, keep the radius high. Wait, there we go. Yeah, we're trying to fix jaw here. I want this to be smoothed out a lot more than that. Now if we do that, might be a bit too much on the lower bit down here, so we want to subtract that now. Significantly less strength though. What is the problem, Baller? And Eternal, is there anyone that can bring you food? I don't know if that's how that works, Baller. I'll be honest. Because hackers... like... there are people that can gain access without breaking into places via, like, hacking through security systems and stuff. And some of those do require you to be in a physical location. But your phone is not one of those things. And yes, your phone may be acting weird, I just don't know if it's the person on your street doing it. It's more likely that you caught a phone virus or something. So I'd think back to anything that you may have downloaded or interacted with on your phone. Maybe on your computer, if you have one, search what you can do to check for viruses on a phone. So most phone systems have antivirus software built into it, essentially, because just not many people make viruses for phones. Okay, that's... I mainly suggested to do it on computer because if phone is acting weird, you would typically want to do that on a computer. If you don't have a computer, that's fine. You can try doing it on your phone. You can do it on someone else's phone. You can ask the Discord to do it for you. Let's do... probably something like that. Oh, I think what I've done wrong is actually just jaw position is wrong. No wonder it feels weird. Yeah. Good luck, Baller. Pull that out to stop pose mode. Reposition this jaw. Move center point probably about there. Do a bit less. Restart pose mode. Funky on that one. I hope your migraine gets better soon. This feels so weird. Oh, I think I know why. There needs to be, like, one more thing here. I don't know how to describe it other than one more thing. Basically, this needs to be split. What is the best way to split those two? that. Mesh. Split. Selection. Merge by distance there, and then merge by distance there. That should let me select just the lower ones. Yes. Now we can add slightly more definition into this. That should give us a little bit more leeway for what we're trying to do. Problem is that those vertices are not linked properly, which does make sense given that they're on the same stuff. Yes, we have verb here. That there. Fill that one there.
Be a bad boy and watch me find it out for myself.
And then country, fix those. Have to get that back in place. Here now. Do not affect those ones. Should affect this one. That. Ooh. Connor, thank you for the follow. You need a nap, but you don't want to because if you fall asleep now, you'll fall asleep tonight. Yeah, that's fair. And I know it is not the first time that people have either wanted to or actually fallen asleep in my streams. I know Tanny has fallen asleep in streams several times. Try repositioning that again. And then still feels off about that. Move that, like, back there. There we go. That's starting to feel more like what I'm expecting. Let's go a little bit further back. Yeah, okay. Now we just need white paint. Fix that. I think this needs a little bit more to it. And maybe smooth that out. Larman, or Larman, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Thank you for the follow. I'm trying to remember what the past few streams even were, because I don't think I was playing much of Itami's music during them. Fantasy Forest is the most iconic. I'll have to keep that in mind when I'm thinking about which one I'm recording next. pronounced how it's spelled. Player. I don't know how to pronounce like the MN, which is a weird one. The last ones were Portal, which I guess Portal has calming music? Blueprints I think did have calming music, so that one makes more sense. And the one before that was Portal again, so... I guess Portal has calming music, Portal has calming music. Portalable? I've gotten better at saying that word. There we go, hydrated. Don't feel wrong about that. Oh, hang on, I think I know why. That means this needs more geometry. This is just not moving smoothly. Oh wait, that should be enough. Nope. That is backwards. Backwards progress. How did this do? Oh, hang on. Weights. Normalize all. There we go. Yeah, I was having a weird bend on that. Now I just need to smooth it out, and that should be about what we need. Now that is probably far beyond what we ever want this jaw to do. Probably like there is more than enough. But we have a very flexible jaw, which is what we need. I think I want to tweak some of this geometry a bit. I think that join there isn't going to serve us well with that kind of setup. We need to do a cut here, then a cut right there, the other side. And then we drag that like and down. That should help a little bit. Up, down, left, down, right. I don't know if I've been tempted to do that. What is the best way to do this, though? I essentially want that one to split more. Oh, hang on. If I do select that, so like maybe there? Can I get this to just bevel? That would probably work. Do the bevel. That kind of gets us closer to what we want. And then it's that needs to go down. Extend that up. And I just delete that face entirely. Kind of getting us somewhere. Yeah, topology is hard. Getting it to move exactly how you want is absolute chaos most of the time. Should give us a little bit of what we want though. Trick now is going to be getting this to feel like it actually makes sense with the rest of it. What is going on with this face? How many vertices does this face have on it now? Throwable anything is a bit rough at the moment, because I still haven't learned how to make custom throwable objects yet. So, prop I can place is easy. Prop you can throw is harder. Plus, I don't know if I want you guys throwing a brick at me. You already smacked me with a baseball bat. Yeah, that is definitely all one face, which is good. No throwing cheese yet either. Go in there. Get rid of this edge. Brick for that demonstration. I mean, I don't know if throwing me out a window is good for stream either. Rude. There we go, hydrated. What if I add... Wait, some of those. Oh. Change. Up here. There we go. For none of that has stuff on it. Weird. What's going on there? I guess that makes sense. Pop Pismo there. I feel like something's going weird with that shading though. Mesh, normals, set vectors. Yep, something weird was going on with that shading. Alright, and then we'll also select these edges. And then do mesh. No, UV, mark seam. There we go. That should make that easier later. And then let's hide that section for now. And then start working on the inside of the mouth. That get both of them. I only really wanted to get the top one. Yeah, that got all of them. Not those. Don't worry about how we're linking those up in a second. What in the world are you on about, Eternal? About there. I do not know that meme. Kill that for now. Can worry about topology in a second. Need it to look reasonable first. Do I need to add extra topology to the front here? Because this is a very sharp point. Should that be rounded, or should that be even sharper than it currently is? Don't often see peak from that angle. If you put my head in VR chat, I purr. So yes, I do purr. As for what percentage of me is cat, I don't know. I am shapeshifter. It could be varying percents. I do chase laser pointers though. That is something I am known to do. Drag that up, back. That one. There we go, I think that's better. Any percent speed cap. I mean, that's assuming I'm fast. I don't think I'm very fast. That bit. Scrumper legs go faster. No, that just makes me more uncoordinated. Like, have you ever thought about frickin' centaur archers? They would be terrible. They have to move 4 legs and their arms while aiming, and that's just too much going on. They're gonna end up clumsy. Centipede are not fast. Not that fast anyways. Yeah, centaurs do have 2 rib cages. Scale that down a bit again. Human-sized centipede would be unsettling. That down. And then start pointing across the way. Whoops. No wonder those felt off. Due to these. How does 1 ribcage connect with ribcage 2? I assume that it's like they have extra spine between them. Kind of like how your ribcage connects to your pelvis. Oh, would I rather fight 10 human-sized centipedes or 100 centipede-sized sea? That depends. Human-sized. Are we going length or are we going, like, width? Or just mass in general? Because those are very different things. So, human-sized by mass. I don't know on that one. I don't like fighting. That's what I realized after I asked the question. Is just I am not a fighter. I am a maker. I make things. Grab this one and hide it. I realized that I don't need this here. Dissolve this vertice. And then join back up with these two. There we go. Make firearm. I don't like guns though. That and object mode. It goes back into place. It does at least let me see what I'm working with here, though. Afraid of broken teeth. Thought birds had teeth. Nah, no teeth on this one. Don't have to worry about uncanny teeth if there are no teeth. Yeah, some do. Frickin' geese. Geese have teeth. Some kinds of teeth. Have I made you unhappy, Turtle? Penguins have teeth? Yeah, I feel like I had remembered them having teeth. These vertices out. There we go. So I think I'm gonna do those both scale Z up. I've just remembered of the silliness that is my absolute nowhere accent. Because I call it Zed. No one around me calls it Zed. So that does not tell you my location. I am, in fact, not from Canada. Which is another place where they call it Zed, if I recall. What are some other funny ones I do? I know I do rubbish. I say rubbish a lot. So I know part of that is just side effect of having lived in England for a time. This time we should be able to start. Make like the inside of the mouth. I've obtained the perfect average accent. I mean, you're not entirely wrong. I think I said one thing at one point with just such a specific intonation that for a second Heartwood thought I was from, like, Michigan or something. I don't think I've ever actually been to Michigan. I'm not sure, though. I would not be overly surprised, though, if people thought I was from weird places. I think the weirdest one I've heard for, like, the random guesses that I get of where I'm from was, someone said I had a French accent at one point. Your accent is a speech impediment. I mean, that's fair, honestly. I'll do a merge. There we go. Hey! That looks like a mouth that works. So what's going on with this side here? You have issues pronouncing W and R? I could see that. Yeah, so that is some clipping issues going on there. Probably need to fix that with the weight paint then. The average between the two. Incorporating. Add in. Could help us, I think. Maybe not. Maybe it's just making it weirder. Dinosaurs are also birds without teeth. But you see some dinosaur teeth. Oh, wait, no, you said that dinosaurs are birds with teeth. I can't read today. Grab until just that point, and then do a scale X down. That should help shrink that a bit, I think. Yeah, there we go. So now that no longer has the issue. Got a bit of weirdness there. I think that might still be fine, though. Do a bit less. Like, there. Yeah, there we go. No clipping, no weirdness in the mouth. That should be good. It's beaked animals with teeth in the beak. That's fair. I think that works. Got a little bit of weird clipping on the corner of the mouth there. That looks like it's kind of normal weirdness. And if we do pose mode, grab that. Mesh. Vectors. No. not sure I like those. How do I fix it? Problem is that this corner is so tight, it's just weird topology, regardless of how you do it. Oh, what if I do alt mode and then use the smooth tool here? Probably not that strong though. There we go. That's what I wanted. That should help even that out a bit. Reduces some of the craziness that's going on here. Then, are these still... Okay, good. Those are still linked, so that's fine. Bit worried about those staying linked. Now we can bring those back up. That should help with that. Other option we can try is go back to this mode, edit, and then do select this side, vertex, no, not vertex, mesh, normals, smooth vectors should also help smooth that out. Also doing it as selecting those edges and selecting these edges, doing edge, arc, sharp. Has had some extra weirdness. Undo that first. Specifically, these three. Okay, that didn't have the weirdness that time. Good. And then also do select those guys. Not. I was gonna do one where I select the inner parts of the beak and separate out the like inner mouth, but it's got a bit of weirdness going on this side. No, we can still do it. We just have to be clever about it. Luckily, I'm reasonably confident at clever. Maybe not on that bit, though. What is going on there? That's the edge we're trying to grab. So that edge, and then we need same on the other end of grab that one, and that one. Deselect these. Oh, frick. Deselect that entire thing. Up. There we go. And then edge, arc theme. That should now help us map out the UV map. And now if we do start pose mode and start moving that beak. Got a bit of weirdness going on there. What is that about? Is that clipping or is that normals messing up? The fact I can't tell is not great. Okay, so that is clipping. Hi Agent, how are you? Let's try grabbing that side. Hold that in that. Oh. I'm doing pretty good. We are making progress on Avatar. do other side too? It looked like it did. Now if we go pose mode again, do we still have the clipping issue? Yes, we do past that point. Is that a wait one that needs? Looks like it might be. Do that and that out again. That should help. Oh, not if we rotate it that way. We got a little bit too much on the inside here, I think. Oh. I am glad you're here too. There we go. Now that got hidden. Oh, not subtract. Subtract. Look at us here. Ah. Fighting me. That's just another one I just... trouble telling where that even is. It looks like it's part of this thing here. Yeah, because that's linked up to that. I want to stay there. This one. Significantly less strength. Do it that way, maybe? There we go. That doesn't have the issue beyond where the jaw feels like it breaks anyways. I think that is plenty big for beak open. That works. Do I have an ETA for when the bird will be done? Good question. I should have the first draft of the head finished probably by tonight, because I just need to do the actual blend shapes for open mouth and blink. The rest has basically been sketched out as far as how the head looks. I don't have ETA for full project, but at least that's the first benchmark for this one. I tend to try and not ETA past the benchmark I'm currently working on, since I do typically have to wait for feedback and stuff from the person that is doing the commission. I would not be surprised if first benchmark is done by end of stream. In fact, I'd be more surprised if it wasn't. We've already got eyes rigged and everything too. Oh, that's not right. Oh, the eye's not normalized, that's why. Grab that. Mode. Wait, paint. Grab that one. Weights. Normalize all. That should fix that. Fair enough. Have fun. I guess the eyes are functioning normally now. Those are rigged properly. Now the biggest challenge is going to be that blink that I just mentioned. How the frick do I do that blink? And I'm going to leave eyes separate for now. We're going to add our shape keys. Now that I've got one shape key in, I can do one for jaw open. Probably say about that for jaw open. I don't actually know what Killdeer's YouTube is, so it might be. They were talking like they were. But I am not sure. All my communications with Killdeer have been through Discord so far. But I have seen their Twitch. Pose to shape key, so this one should be jaw open. And stop pose mode. Jaw open functions as normal. That's good. I've realized one of the other reasons why I should have kept the other FBX in there, so that I could see what I actually normally name my blend shapes. So, I'm not doing ARKit level 1s on this one. Good though. Let's just import the FBX again. I've actually never even touched the hype feature on YouTube yet. I know of it, but I've not done anything with it. Welcome back, Tanny. Here we go. Let's skip the VR chat Vizime blend shapes right now. You're currently with Crisp, fair enough. We want eye blink left and eye blink right. I think we'll put in the standard VRChat blink name. This is not supposed to be VRChat modeled, but I just like keeping my blend shape names consistent. Easier. And now we just need to make this a blink. If we select both of these, scale Z, that's not Z, that's Z. Z, forward. As it said was that 3. Maybe we try sculpt mode? Oh, right. Sculpt mode only works when you have the weight turned up. Now I should be able to start pulling this around, making a proper blink. Drag it down, down, forward. Yep. Yes, I am working on the blend shapes, which I believe are what you're calling the sliders. Those, that, pull that forward should help that a bit. The tricky part is making sure stuff doesn't clip on this. There's like half of the blank. Debating if I want to throw on like an eyeline or something to help this bit. That one a bit. Pull that out there. Oh, I'm getting there. Just a little bit of tweaking. These two up. And then those and in a bit. This other one needs to come out. Yep, we've got Squavern music going. That one needs to come out a bit. Nope. And that needs to go in, up. That one needs to go that way. And go that way a bit too. Get in there. Luckily, we only have to do this on one side. The other side should follow suit. And then it's just a matter of separating it into right and left blinks, which is not super difficult. The hardest part is just getting them done in the first place. That way. This one needs to come down. You only know Squavern through that song? It has been a bit since I've done anything involving the Squavern, really. Because that's all Squeeze stuff. So I know Squee was working on like Squavern News Station and stuff. So go check out his content if you want more Squavern stuff. Not 100% sure what he's doing at the moment, but I'm pretty sure he has plans. Alright, that doesn't look too bad for a blink. Ow, but the clipping though. The clipping might be a problem. That don't work. Squavern is not a person. Squavern is Squeeze Tavern.
Something I'm scared of. I suppose. Monsters. There are many types of monsters in this world. Monsters who will not show themselves and who cause trouble. Monsters who abduct children. Monsters who devour dreams. Monsters who suck blood. And monsters who always tell lies. Lying monsters are a real nuisance. They are much more cunning than other monsters.
Like kitsune? Are kitsune lying monsters? The squee and squee and squee? I believe so. Not sure though. That actually works surprisingly well for a blink. Alright, so now I just need eye blink left and eye blink right, I believe. Get out of sculpt mode. That one. Eye blink left, copy that. And then we do new one. Call it eye blink left, add another new one, call that one eye blink right. It was just on your mind. So this one is the right one. Good, I've got the right one selected. Vertex blend from shape. Turn off add and pull from blink. There we go. And then now we select the left one and do the same process. So just expand and then do vertex blend from shape. Blink. Good. There we go. So now we can wink. Got our winks in place. So that is the 3 blend shapes I told them I would get done. That is... Why are you surprised how well this is going? I'm good at modeling. Even if it's something that I'm not used to modeling, I am pretty darn decent. I suppose the question now is, now that we have 30 minutes left of stream, what additional blend shape should I try and make? Because the eye blink, the jaw open were the only 2 that were specifically requested, and I said that I might do a couple more if I was, like, feeling inspired. Because I don't often get to work on, like, random birds like this. I think I want to do a smile one. That's what I'm leaning towards. Yeah. Smile and sad might be a funny one too. That or scared. So I feel like scared would mostly just be make eyes, like, type thing. Let's do smile first. Need mouth smile left and mouth smile right. A cursed one? I'm not doing a cursed one on a commission. We're just gonna call this one mouth smile first. We should be able to do that up, go into sculpt mode, and just drag. Not draggable? Oh, I'm pinching, that's why. Don't feel right. And maybe do plate this side. Get a bit of definition on the cheek. How does that look when you combine it with blink, though? Yeah, not too bad. It's a bit much, but it's not terrible. Tone down that puff a little bit. Then let's exaggerate it across more of the face, maybe? That kind of gets you more of that definition, and then on the blink, that is definitely visible, but not the insanity that it was a second ago. Maybe even smooth this a little bit. Kind of help that smooth into the blink. Yeah, that's a lot better. That feels like a smile. Now we can split that into mouth smile left and mouth smile right. I've just had a lot of practice at this. So we're on left currently, so we grab from this point. And then do a lot of selection. Actually, wait. Let's just hide the center line. Hide these two. Hide that line. Now we have this perfectly split between left and right. Just select this side. And then vertex blend from shape. Not blink, we want mouth smile. And then select the other side. Do the same thing. Mesh. Vertex blend from shape. Mouth smile should work. Now if we pop out of that. There you go, now you've got only one side smile. So now we can get rid of the face mouth smile one. We want to do frown as well? Is that the next one we want to do? Oh, I just realized I forgot the tongue. I forgot to model the tongue. Smirk's too close to smile is the thing. Like angry brow would probably be next one, I would think. But I want to do the tongue first, because right now we just have open mouth. It needs a tongue. Oh, I made a smirk? Yeah, that's fair. Let's do object. Add. Mesh. Cube. Put cube under this one. Pull this one tongue. That in place. 400 away from another shapeshift. Good. Can't do too many shapeshifts at once. Do who cuts that direction, and I'll grab these faces, and then say rude, and then just pull back. Oh, not That's not back. I need that direction. There we go. So now I've got tongue poking through the back of that there. Oh, I should also probably do... Maybe not that. Maybe we do... select these, those two, and then do a bevel on that. That's enough screwed. I need a bevel. There we go. I mean, I've got so many options, I could kind of see it. But everyone seems to like them, so it's a good thing. That, and then bring these corners down. Mesh. That's 3. Object set origin to geometry, and then snap to symmetry. There you go. Lick blend shape. I mean, I could... The trouble with a lick blend shape is that you have to do so much setup outside of it. Like, tongue out is a pretty basic blend shape. Most stuff will handle that. But getting it to move left and right with your mouth, like do that, that's a bit trickier. Which we don't even have jaw left and right on this. There we go. That's pretty good for a tongue. Face, shade smooth. Get rid of the back faces here that will never be seen. Yep. And then... oh yeah, we've got a little bit of silliness going on there. Need to add... there, join there. And I think pull these ones back a little bit. Yeah, that feels more bird tongue-like. Because I think we've also done mouth open. Hi, Ham. Of course I remember you. Let's grab this one, turn off jaw open. We now need to get this tongue to fit in there.
Okay, be a bad boy and watch me find it out for myself.
Drag that up, drag that out a little bit. Why is that not? Oh, because I grabbed those two. Up. That should be fine. There's no tongue in beak. And then we want that plus a jaw open blend shape. So we can better position this when the jaw is open. No worries, take care of yourself. I will always have VODs here, and I will always be here to welcome people back. Well, I can't say I'll always be here to welcome people back. I will eventually get isekai'd or something. But as long as I am here, I will welcome people back. Yeah, you are not obligated to watch streams in the slightest. That. I think that's good for tongue. And now if we join head and tongue, object join, and now we trigger that draw open blend shape, we have a reasonably moving tongue. Yeah, that feels good. I like that one. So now that we have that one, are there any other last minute ones we want to do? Kind of want to do maybe a brow down. I want to see how you would make Angry Bird. That seems like a funny one to me. We're gonna do... or should we do brow in or up? Should we do Sad Bird or Angry Bird? Let's start with brow in or up. Because that one wouldn't have two blend shapes anyways. Not like the mobile game. So how did I order these before? Because I'm trying to keep them roughly in the same order. Even if there are stuff missing. The jaw open comes before mouth smile, but it comes after the blink. Alright, so then brow inner up. Do value up. Sculpting. Unhide the things. And then I want this to be Sad Bird. Maybe like that. How does that pair with blink is now the question. A little weird, but not terribly. I think if we add a thing to that brow inner up that pulls this corner up a bit, that should, I'd say a little bit more than that. Plug that in a little bit, tuck that up a bit more. Yeah, so now that's good, and then yeah, so you can see the difference in the way that it blinks, and you can see the kind of difference in the actual expression. It's subtle, but it's there, which I think is what we want for this kind of thing. Are you a very people-pleaser mindset? Feel like you have to make everyone happy? I mean, that's a very common thing to struggle with. The thing to ask at the end of the day is, are you happy? Because that's the one person you need to make happy. Everyone else can, like, it's good to make them happy when you can, but if it comes at the cost of yourself, it's not a sustainable model. Because you can't make people happy if you yourself aren't happy. Alright, let's try the brow down, because I think that one's gonna be funny too. Let's go layout, tab to the other head to grab the brow down name. I know one of the things that's kind of silly is giving advice on stream is a bit of a dangerous game. I know it turned out well this time, but I know that was also unprompted advice, and that can make people uncomfortable sometimes, so I'm glad you took it well. I think that might work. That might work for brow down. How does that look with blink? Noticeable, not terrible. Ham, I'm going to remove that message because it does get a little bit too close to stating your age, but it is definitely a good mindset to try and explore life. That is a protect yourself, please. There's nothing wrong with your mentality, just be careful. Hydrating. Alright, are we happy with that as brow down? It's good. I know people... Age is such a common thing to talk about that a lot of people don't even think about how it could be dangerous to state your age online, which is one of the reasons why I try and be so forgiving with that rule. So literally, the only way, or like one of the few ways that you can get banned, because I'm not saying the only way, there are more than one way, but one of the few ways to get banned for stating your age in chat is if you are like a significantly young minor who asks about the rule, so acknowledges that it exists, and then immediately states your age regardless. Because that just shows that you are, one, below the age of this being a 13+ stream, and two, willfully ignorant enough of the rules that you are a danger to yourself. So in order to protect you, I will remove you from the community. But as long as you don't do that, and as long as it's just like a normal slip of in conversation type thing, I'm just gonna warn you and remove it. And let's actually add a bit more up to that one, I think. Yes. Hi, Tanny. I think that works for brow down. And does that still work with blink? Yes, that definitely works with blink. Or does it? That's kind of... Yeah, that's a bit much on the blink side. If I smooth that from this angle. You're bored? Well, hopefully this is at least a little entertaining. So if you phrase it as just school, or even better, classes, then it could imply you were going to college as well, so that doesn't necessarily mean minor. But if you say something like middle school, that definitely implies minor. So it's kind of, you want to be very careful with what information you're giving away. As long as it is something that both adults and children could partake in, you are more than okay to say it. I'll hydrate, give me just a sec. Light smooth on that. That should work. Now we've got the brow down. Now we need to make the brow down left and right variants. This is going to be brow down left. How do I spell it right? And we need brow down right. And this is where we hide center lines again. And select all of these. And this is going to be the right hand side. Vertex blend from shape. Wanting brow down. Then we swap over to the left hand side and do the same. Vertex blend from shape. There we go. Now we've got brow down left, brow down right, eye blink left, eye blink right. I can get into normal brow down. And then we have mouth smile left and mouth smile right. So we are now less than 2 minutes away from end of stream, so that's probably where I'll call it. That is quite the expressive bird. Far more than the just blink and jaw open that was the original request. So I'm quite happy with that. We'll see how the commissioner feels about it. But I think I am pretty happy with that Killdeer setup. May end up having to tweak the beak more if they feel it doesn't quite match what the Killdeer is, but we'll see. You don't know what to do? What do you normally do? No problem, Ham. Have a good night. Sleep well. And I also need to figure out who we're gonna go raid. That's gonna be our next bit. You normally mess around? What, like on a video game? Because you could play video game. That or watch something random on YouTube. You found a good picture world that's you colors? We could get good pictures there, Tanny. You will have to show me later. I'm also curious if you managed to find any worlds that fit the song that I sent you. I need to go do more of those filmings. And I need to not stream them this time, because that was that spooked me a little bit after I realized that I was streaming the last one that I was trying to record. That caught me off guard, and I have since actually added back the, like, check of you're about to go live, are you sure you want to do that? Type thing that I had before, so it shouldn't happen again. But it was very funny to have accidental just vibe live stream for 3 minutes. Thank you for being here, Yuzu. Let's see. Who do we want to raid was who I was trying to figure out. Do we want to raid someone else doing art, or do we want to raid someone we know? Is there anyone that's both? I don't see many I'm following doing art. There's a Flamey. There's a Flamey online. They are doing Hollow Knight. And there's also the Portal VTuber we like. So I think they're probably... Oh no, they've only been up for like a minute. I thought they would have been ending around this time. They seem like ending around when I do. Maybe their stream went up and down. I don't know. Oh, there's also the Apron, who's apparently doing King of the Castle. I don't know what game that is. I think let's go for someone new today. Let's see. How about... something on that. Ooh, there's someone working on their redesign. Hang on, let me check their mic. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna go raid them. We're gonna go raid Peanut Butter, who is apparently working on their redesign. They look like a very cute one. So go show them some love. And I will be back on Saturday. Saturday I'm doing Scrap Mechanic, I believe. Let me double check that. Now that I've said that, I don't want to be wrong on that. Yes, Saturday is Scrap Mechanic. Sunday we're doing House Flipper with Atami and Volky. And then next Tuesday, I believe, Tanny, we said we were going to go do the Portal Reloaded. So hopefully I'll finish the final level of that one, and then we can try out the co-op mode that it has. That there's a chance that I might just tell Tanny to pull up a walkthrough or something on that final level and give me hints until we get that done so that we can get to the other bit faster. We will see though. I will see you guys next time. Tschüss,